Yo. Oh Lord.
I can hear you. You
Hold on.
get me?
You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, okay. What up? Ooh.
Yeah. That was me on my end. Headphones weren't plugged in all the way.
All
Just
right.
got in from practice. You know, it's playoffs. So,
All right. Y'all look like y'all ready?
oh yeah, oh yeah, bro.
That's all right, cause shit gotta know somebody from Brown gotta win something,
Oh
man.
yeah.
Hey. And while we wait on our guests, everybody out here, I am not ever recommending that damn McRib from McDonald's again.
Oh man, real
Yeah, the McRib back, and I see why it was discontinued.
man. You probably ate somebody cousin today, man.
Man, God, I swear it felt like it. Goddamn, man, I run into the bathroom, boy. and I know it was that because that's the only thing I ate.
When you be sick, your mind take you to what got you there, boy.
Oh man,
You just got to
I
pay
knew
attention
it.
to it.
I had that McRib. I'm telling you,
You can
I ain't eating
taste
that.
it, and you can just picture yourself. Yeah, this what got me sick.
Yeah, I already know that's what it is because I did not eat nothing all day today, and I ate that man. eh, You know what it felt like? Like when you got them hangover shits.
Hey, that meat be so goddamn mushy. Pause.
Yeah, yeah. You know the hangover shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And I had to keep going back. I'm like, oh my god, come on now.
Yeah, liquid coming out your ass.
Oh man, god damn. And like I said, I knew it. I didn't eat nothing all day today till I had that. I'm like, man, cause really I was going for some chicken nuggets, but I've been having a taste for some barbecue, but I couldn't wait this weekend.
Right.
The damn picture was just looking so good.
That's how they get you.
Oh god, oh yeah, they did. Oh, they got me.
They be looking tender shit, be like fucking mashed potatoes when you bite
Oh
into it.
man. So so everybody out there, listen, do not try to make ribs. I'm telling you. I mean, if you want to lose some weight or something, help you need to go drop a little few.
Yeah, get a McRib diet.
Yeah, you can go get you a McRib. But other than that, man, nah. That been had me running all damn day today. I'm like, y'all, goddamn. Like I feel like I'm taking a hangover shit right now. I ain't drank no liquor. I ain't had nothing to eat, so I knew it was that McRib.
Damn, bro. Hey man, you took the sacrifice to let others know.
Yeah. So y'all thank me later.
Yeah, that's all. That's all
Yeah.
to it.
Yeah, but while we waiting on our guest,
Hey, while we waiting on them, is that Sasha Banks at AEW with Jade?
nah,
Oh, because I just
nah.
glanced at it. I ain't really like look. Off in the soul shit.
It ain't Sasha. Who the hell is it? Is it Kiera? I don't know who it
Somebody
is.
that didn't come from WWE though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you see that Ross was on there last night. Rick
On
Ross.
AEW.
Yeah.
Down they still in Vince McMahon forte. You remember the rock and wrestling? They going hip hop
Man,
and
look.
wrestling. Got Trina on there. Don't put Rick Ross on
Oh
there.
God, that was terrible.
Oh, that
They
Trina slap. Oh
oh
God, bro.
God. Oh God. If I was a
That
female,
made
I
me
would
think she can't fight for real.
yeah. Like I'm like, what the hell was that? Like, what you supposed to slap her? You wanted to punch her, but then you got caught in between what you wanted to do. I wouldn't have saw that shit.
Yeah, she shouldn't have sold that. I'm talking about she fell on the mat hard too.
Yeah.
Maybe she was trying to be sarcastic. And I know because I know they told her hit me hard. Make sure you sell it good. You come with that. I wasn't impressed. That didn't get over at all.
It didn't add nothing to the product, and then it's like I keep saying it right now, but I'm just not excited for no wrestling, like mainstream wrestling. Like
Mhm.
I'm just not excited for it. I mean, and I wanna give AEW, and then I want to give WWE a shot. I'm like, y'all, I want all indie promotions, anybody step up because
It's for the taking.
yeah, because it's just not exciting, and then you got then it's gonna be bad on the talent. They ain't gonna have nowhere to go.
Yeah. Made a name too big for themselves, especially if you got the ones with them egos think they supposed to get $3,500 being get paid $35 for a match.
Right.
That ain't finna work. You can't pay all y'all in the thousands. I might have got to take some heavy cut.
Yeah, but they done got rid of CM Punk though.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Well, we were talking about that anyway, because CM Punk ain't no he don't put no butts in the seats. He don't even really talk. He just he controversial, just like we say, a controversial wrestler.
Controversial.
That's his lane. He the first one to do it. I give him that.
Yeah, because I still can name. I mean, if you want to just talk about before he got the WWE, and then you got to really go back and look at his old matches. I really can't name a standout CM Punk match.
He had that little run with John Cena. That's only because it was John Cena. You knew it.
It was Cena.
Yeah.
Other than that, when he was champion, he ain't no main event. Like okay, he was just champion. Like okay, John Cena still had the main event. Like, and then when you be saying okay, they're holding me back. Like okay, look.
Nigga, your charisma holding you back.
Yeah, like okay. With or without the belt, John Cena gonna put a butts in city. So I gotta put him in the main event.
So let me ask you, who you take over Daniel Bryan and CM Punk? Who you like? As far as not in the match, but I'm talking about just as a wrestler, an athlete, a professional athlete.
Daniel Bryan.
Me too. If I was booking and I had to choose either way, I choose Daniel Bryan over a lot of reasons. But he get the crowd too, but just more than that.
Yeah, he got the crowd, and then
he got charisma.
People come out to see Daniel Bryan.
They just say yes. He put seats in the
yes movement.
Put butts in the seat.
Yeah. So people are all ready for him, but like I say, CM Punk, he just don't do it. Do it for me. I mean, like right now, nothing. Hell, I'm watching. Like I say, I'm always watching the old wrestling. Bitch, I'm watching what Ernest Miller versus Norman Smiley.
Right.
That match had both charisma and action than some shit that's going on right now.
Oh yeah.
And that was on Saturday night.
I wasn't trying to tell you. And Ernest Miller was the type, he always performed no matter what though. He gonna give you a show.
Oh yeah,
win, lose, or draw.
Oh yeah, like
that's what I'm saying.
I think when they gave him the mic and let him talk, he took it and ran with it.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
He took it and ran with it. Yeah.
And all it is just adding on attributes to your game. And like I said, with CM Punk, like what do you do from now though? Like you don't badmouth WWE to the core. They ain't damn sure ain't finna take you in. You finna go straight down to the indie circuit.
Oh, he done. Nah, hold on. Cause then he gonna want too much money on the indie circuit.
He ain't finna make, and then he probably don't got his lifestyle up, because I know Khan probably gave him a nice little grip.
Oh yeah, he gave him the money, but he's like fuck it, like, and then like okay, is you gonna pay what $300,000 for CM Punk to come to your indie show?
Fuck no.
Knowing damn well your bid ain't gonna touch that.
For the point I was trying to make, shit, he probably don't got a house, some cars, he don't accumulate some debt. So bitch, you gotta be making that type of money to do the upkeep. Even if you got a house, bitch, you probably got a pool, big ass yard, bitch, you gotta pay your lawn man, bitch, you gotta think about all that shit.
Yeah.
Bitch, you don't fucked up.
And people don't realize, okay, well, nigga, motherfucker done made all these millions of damn dollars. Y'all, they debt is not like our regular.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Our regular bills and shit.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
What our bills for the month, they probably got to pay that much just on their pool guy.
For example, you say you win in the casino, you hit big or something, you get millions of dollars, you go buy $1 million house, bitch, it's gonna take almost close to $1 million to keep that bitch upkept. And we talking about you still gotta live. And if you ain't got no money coming in that accumulate to your upkeep, bitch, you in trouble. Cause how much you don't hit for, bitch? You better be smart about that.
Yeah, and then I say, okay, like how the hell you blew $1 million? Right? First I had to get out the fucking hood, because
big ass
I can't have $1 million in the hood.
That's true, but shit, you ain't got to have no damn $1 million home either. You gotta look somewhere in the median. Because
Yeah.
you ain't finna have that kind, but people don't think like that though. You ain't finna have no occupation that you in as far as now. I mean, you got the money to invest. Don't get me wrong now, but you know what I'm saying. If you don't do that, boy, you shit up shit's creek. Your damn
Yeah,
light bill $5,000.
and some of them communities, bitch, it's mandatory. It ain't like okay, how we can
Yeah,
go,
HOA.
yeah, like how we can go a month. Okay, I can cut my grass this month and I'm straight.
You gotta have that bitch cut
No,
every 2 weeks.
as soon as your grass start growing, you gotta cut it or you gonna get a fine.
Bitches out there with rulers measuring your shit because they trying to get
Yeah,
some
it's like
fun money,
oh
some
your grass.
fine money.
Hold on. That tree is coming into this yard, so you gotta cut that. And then yeah, as soon as you put it out there, you can't have it out there for yeah. That you always got to find. You then like you say, you got the maintenance fee. You got to
Mm-hmm.
pay all this, and God forbid, you got to have a club fee,
Yeah,
membership.
you gonna
You
have
got to
all
pay
that.
all that.
You gonna have it. Yeah, that's the type of security you want, and you still ain't safe with that shit. You still can
Yeah,
get in. If they want you, they
yeah.
gonna
And
get you.
then you go, and then what you gonna do? Gonna have what about 2 or 3 cars? You gotta pay on.
I'm trying to tell you. I already don't thought about all that stuff, boy. Sure, so
Mm-hmm.
uh, that you waiting on the blessing. Come on. And then people don't think, well, you go spend it big when you don't work nowhere, do nothing. Oh, we got
Uh-huh.
them on.
Okay.
You gotta take the lead on the model and do the introduction. You
Okay.
main man. I don't know if you can you can hear us, but we got a default image. Akil. I don't know if he can hear us or not. Because they don't say that his thing is muted.
It says muted. Mhm.
No, I don't. Not on my end. It don't. You see it? Because it had the microphone with the X going across.
Microphone, yeah.
So I
Yes,
don't know.
brother.
I think you probably got us on mute, or you probably got the mute button on the hold. I don't know if you're on your phone or how you doing it, or if you can hear us.
I think he's doing it on the phone. Okay.
Okay, audio check. There you go. We see you. We got you now.
What's up?
All
What's
right,
up?
good. All right. How you doing, brother?
I'm good. Good evening. Good evening.
Good evening, man. Thank you for being on the show, man. Thank you for giving us your time.
No problem. Thank you to you, Mr. Hurwitz, and
I'm
to
Marlon.
you,
Marlon.
Mr. Savage.
I'm Marlon. Yeah. You know these. All right. Yeah, but like I say, welcome to our show. We call ourselves Lomar TV, and what we do here, mainly we want to do this for our culture, give them a little platform, express yourself, let you know what kind of business you got going on. And you fall right into that category because we want to focus on black wrestling, and here you go doing it with all Caribbean wrestling. So we want to know how's it going, like how's it started, like you know. But like I say, introduce yourself to everybody.
Right. Good evening, and God's blessings from this beautiful southern gem
Okay.
of the Caribbean, Trinidad and Tobago, home of the 868. My name is the most charismatic promoter, general manager, and director in all of pro wrestling,
All right. Okay.
the Akil Samuel. How you living? So, how did all Caribbean wrestling get started? I had, what is this really? I had the idea of bringing wrestling back to Trinidad and Tobago for about 3 or 4 years now. So good evening also to my other partners and colleagues within All Caribbean Wrestling. That is Miss Jillian Ferguson, aka Calypso, who is a former pro wrestler, right? And to Mr. GB Cool as well, other directors in All Caribbean Wrestling. So Miss Jillian had the idea for 8 years. I had it for 4. This whole idea really birthed out of the COVID-19 restrictions and lockdowns that happened, not just in your homeland, but in my homeland as well. And being here and seeing that there were so many things that you wanted to do, and just as this lockdown came, you just saw everything just literally fizzle away and disappear. And some things I tell young persons, because I teach, I'm an educator as well. If after 2 years you are the same exact person when as you enter this lockdown, you were wasting time.
Right.
You can't be the same person that you would. Makes no sense. Then there was no growth at all. And I have an online show I do similar to this that I created called Sports Shop, where I was just discussing different sporting aspects. Coming from a martial arts background and being a martial arts practitioner, of course, I started the show with what I am familiar with, so that is karate. And then it started to branch off into different sports and stuff like that. You know, and being a fan of wrestling, I wanted to see how can I grow the audience of this. So I was like, you know what? I like wrestling. I'm a wrestling fan. So I began to do a deep dive on the internet, on Instagram, you know. So I said to people, if you want to find anything, if you can't Google it, check Facebook, check Instagram. You're bound to find it or find something close to it.
Okay.
So doing a deep dive on Instagram and just finding random international wrestlers and just inviting them to the show to speak. And speaking to some of the local guys down here, that's how I met my first colleague, Miss Gillian Ferguson. And that was in 2021. We did the interview. We constantly spoke online for a year. Then I did another deep dive again. And I bounced up Fighting Evolution Wrestling. That is out of Fort Lauderdale, Miami.
Yeah.
That is run by that's run by JB Cool. And I saw the poster for on a show that he was having called Say It Loud, Say It Loud. Say It Out Loud.
Yeah, we went to that.
And I saw the New Nation. Right, good. And I saw the New Nation. And I liked what I like
how aggressive they are,
Caribbean. Yes, and in the Caribbean we tend to lean towards gimmick wrestling or persons who have really loud and expressive gimmicks to them. So if you know about the history of us, so Abdullah the Butcher from the 70s and 80s, wrestling was a huge staple.
There you go.
Not
Real
just
wrestling
on the island of Trinidad and Tobago, but the entire Caribbean. So especially in the territory days, you know, the Caribbean, NWA was a territory for that. The Caribbean was a territory for NWA. So in the 80s, so the likes of Abdullah the Butcher, Carlos Colon, Victor Javico, and these guys, you know, we love. There's not many people who up to this day believe that Abdullah the Butcher is from the Caribbean. He's not. He's not from the Caribbean.
Oh, he's not.
He's from Georgia. He's from Georgia.
Yeah.
He's from Georgia. He got a meat house. Slaughterhouse, got a butcher shop, That's where the butcher come from,
Right. Exactly. Most people, see, like you, Mr. But most people to this day still think that he is from the Caribbean. But he visited this territory so much and was extremely popular now. Right?
Yeah.
So after talking to JB Cool, I got to find out that himself and Jillian, they are friends. They know each other for more than about 15 years.
Wow.
And after the interview, he asked me if I know who Jillian Ferguson is. I was like, yeah, I know who Jillian Ferguson is. But mind you, Miss Jillian and I have never met face to face.
Right.
Okay.
So we were speaking online for an entire year. So ACW has been in existence for 6 months. And the first time Jillian and I met face to face is the same time I met JB Cool face to face for the first time. So everything was going online, and blessings just began to flow.
Mm-hmm.
So he approached me with the idea of running a show in Trinidad and Tobago. I was like, sure, bet, let's go. I was ready.
Right.
I've been in the entertainment business for over 15 years. So I have an idea of how to run events and what it takes to run shows. The only step up to it was the two main step ups was it was pro wrestling, one, and two, I'm now dealing with an international audience, right? So how I'm accustomed to doing business with, because I now have to step the game up as we're dealing with persons who are not familiar with the culture. And you can't, as a business practitioner,
So
whether you're starting off or you're doing this for 20 plus years, you can't use an excuse that, well, this is how we do things.
right. So question.
So we started off with a seminar in April. Go ahead, mister.
So question, like, okay, like right before you get into the seminar, was it difficult getting the wrestlers on board? Like, okay, well, because they probably don't heard it all. New wrestling promotion, blase. Now here you coming with a new promotion. It was like, oh, we don't know. So, so how was you able to sell it? Okay.
Let me put it this way. I'm still trying to.
Okay. Get it.
Right?
Okay.
I'm still trying to.
Okay.
Again, JB has over 2 decades of experience in this, so
yeah, he does.
I am new to the business, but I am not incompetent.
Gotcha.
I know what I am doing.
Gotcha.
And what I don't know, I take the time to listen and understand and grow the business and grow myself as an MP.
Mm-hmm.
He did tell me from the beginning. I knew I would have gotten some hassle about it. But almost everything that he said, it came to pass about how in the manner that
right.
those older guys, they are ridiculously stubborn. And because they are so caught up in yesteryear ways of thinking, and they don't understand how business operates in the 2020s, they are lost to it. And trying to educate them about that now is like literally talking to a wall and trying to give the wall instructions and tell the wall to move left or move right. There are some, so if you're familiar with the business, you would know how that goes with the older generation, especially those who came through the 70s and 80s. Man, it's like, wow. It's like dealing with an entirely different kettle of fish here, and it is frustrating, however, but because we have the backing of a few credible persons in the country that are both affluent and influential, we can still do this stuff.
Gotcha.
They are trying. And
okay.
Caribbean wrestling, we're still here. They're trying.
Well,
that's all I can say.
Yeah, and I would definitely give it up to you. I like what I'm seeing so far because you guys have a dream team roster so far. Like anybody I can name that I love, that I like following.
Y'all got all his favorites on there.
Y'all got all my favorites. And then let me tell you right now, Maserati didn't win that belt, so I want to start a riot right now. I'm gonna start a riot. Maserati should have been the first champion, okay? but we got it. We got it right with Reggie. We got it right with Reggie. Reggie.
Okay.
It was gonna be, to me, it was gonna be either Reggie or Malik.
You're right.
Those are guys. I know them. I love them dudes.
So,
but Mars should have been the first champion. But we.
So, Mr. Samuels, when from this point on, even though you have your roster, what type of when you say you're looking for talent, what are you looking for in the individual? Rather it be female or male. to be a part of the organization? Like, what are some of the key factors you look for?
Yes, for me personally, is first and foremost is not to get caught up in the stardom or the starships that some wrestlers bring. Um, Other than following the mainstream wrestlers, there are a lot of the indie wrestlers that I have been following in the past year or more. What I personally look for is I look for, first and foremost, if you generally have Caribbean roots, I do look for that, because I want to be something that this is what I told both my colleagues, Jillian and JB. And you'll keep hearing me mention them because they are the three of us. That's the team so far. Right? And I told them that I don't just want it to be a Trinidadian thing. I want it to be a Caribbean thing that the Caribbean can embrace and get behind. So what I'm looking for is something that has that Caribbean charisma to it. As there's nothing like the Caribbean charisma. As you'll never see something like me internationally at all. You'll never see me. And the Trinidadian is totally unique in everything that they do, the way they speak, the way our mannerisms, the way we cook, the way we socialize. Everything is different. Although we share the same Caribbean waters, a Jamaican and a Trinidadian are two totally different persons.
Gotcha.
Right. So something that could latch on to the Caribbean people immediately. So, for instance, Malik is slowly but surely becoming a household favorite within the island of Trinidad and Tobago.
Yes.
Because when we announced the Caribbean Cup tournament, many persons, and we asked, who is your favorite? And you're thinking, for some people, most people will say Pope, because who is Pope? Most people will say Malik.
Malik, yeah.
So
yeah, he's a real deal, man.
Yeah, most people want. Yeah, man. Yeah, and what really impressed them, the fans down here with Malik, was when we did our first show on July 31st. Himself and Snoop Strikes, they were the opening match for the show in July. And they immediately brought the house down. And that was the first time for me actually seeing a pro wrestling event live of that caliber, of that international quality. So my first introduction to live pro wrestling was with Malik and Snoop Strikes. And the first time I saw a 450 splash live was with Malik. So I was in the gorilla position because I also doubled up as the host for that show. Someone was talking to me and my head was like this. And I literally turned back just in time to see him fly off the ropes. And in my, I jumped back. And then I was like, wait, I'm not a fan. I'm actually working.
I was just finna say that. Like, how hard is it for you to be the boss man, but then like, oh yeah, wait, hold on, I got to get serious right now. Wait, okay, yeah, because I know the fan and you want to come out when you see something. Yeah.
Well, with me and my take at that, looking at that as a fan, and you like upper management, if you excited like that, you the head, that make me want to be even more excited as a fan. Like this guy, like I'm bought in. I'm in. Look at the passion of the people that run it. Like, I mean, you know what I'm saying? So that's good.
Yeah, man. And for those who are wrestling fans, just some persons wanted to become wrestlers or be involved in wrestling, or just get to witness a pro wrestling event live. And Trinidad and Tobago is small compared to what Miami is. We have a population of approximately 1.5 million people. That's the entire population of the both islands.
Right.
And to actually bring it for them to see, as I said, in the 70s and 80s, it was huge. And let's say to the early to mid 90s, it really started to fade out.
Because now, right now, they'll make it seem as like, other than here in the States, the only other wrestling right there is Mexico and Japan. That's it. Like you gotta go to Mexico. You gotta go to Japan to make it. Yeah, but
but
Right,
just not to
I
cut
got
you
to
off, but I
say,
want to get this out before I didn't forget. Just by y'all having the roster that y'all have, man, and I mean, it is what it is. Us in the black culture, we tend to emphasize stuff to the highest level. It's gonna be a successful project that you guys turn on. Because I'm in the sales as well, so I know how it is. So you basically know what the ingredients is. It's just a different project. And once you grasp onto it, you'll be able to throw in your little marketing and strategy here and there. But the wrestlers and the talent that you have, it's gonna take care of itself, man. Like I said, Marlon, most of the wrestlers you have on the roster, Marlon introduced me to them. So I kind of know just by watching like YouTube videos and stuff. And man, your roster is unbelievable, man, to be honest.
man, it's an unbelievable amount of talent. And when we got Mark Henry to come on board with us,
yeah,
that in itself was an amazing.
Because
But again, all of this happened by chance, by chance and by God's blessing. How Mark Henry came on board is where we created our social media pages. JB ended up sending us a screenshot of Mark Henry actually liking one of our posts. And I said, if he like it, JB, reach out to him.
Yeah,
If he
that's
says
the
no,
sign.
well, no, that might be the answer. It might be the answer we want, and he reached out and he was like,
Yeah, that's the sign. Yes, that's the sign.
When I said, oh, what I heard myself,
Mr. Samuel, let me tell you, anybody that is the hot stuff in the business and the line of wrestling that see what you're doing, and especially in the black culture, they're gonna automatically grasp to it because they already know what's gonna come of it. They already know what's gonna come of it.
right. Yes.
So, and like I said, Mark Henry, that's really putting a bent step on the company, as far as the marketing and strategy. Well, I wanted to ask you because we got like what is that? I think it's 8 or 6 minutes. But I wanted to ask you because I didn't want to forget this either. When you go to like when you do the traveling and the stuff, have you guys figured out how you're gonna do that yet? Or is it gonna be from island to island? Or I know Reggie was saying that you guys were gonna hit Texas and Miami, but would it be other different islands as well, like Puerto Rico?
Yes. As I stated, the Caribbean in it is all Caribbean.
Right.
The first 2 letters, all Caribbean. We're going to all the Caribbean islands.
Good. Okay.
Because when most people hear the Caribbean, they think of just the English-speaking territories only.
Right.
Because when you hear the term the islands of Puerto Rico, you hear Dominican Republic, you hear Haiti, you hear Cuba, and these countries, they are not automatically affiliated or associated to the Caribbean.
Gotcha.
And that is not true.
Wow.
They are Caribbean islands and they are Caribbean territories. So, Malika St. Lucian, Caribbean island. Reggie is Haitian. We have we brought on La Rosa Negra.
Oh yeah.
Oh Lord, yes.
Right? Yeah. And listen to me. La Rosa. When I introduced her and I saw her coming up, I was like,
energy.
my God, the men are going to go. The energy is truly real.
Yes.
She does not, La Rosa does not have an
She's like she's gonna be here for eternity. The energy. Yeah, man.
I met her, so and I felt that energy. Yes. Yeah. You can't explain it. She just got that.
You can't explain it. I was like, and the thing is, what I like about her is something that uniquely exists with me as well. It's either you're going to like La Rosa or you're not going to like her. That's it.
Yeah.
There's no middle ground with her.
No,
either you like her or you don't like her. And it's almost similar with me. Either you like me or you don't like me.
Yeah. And if you don't like me, something wrong with you.
Yeah, God loves me. God loves me and other people love me. As a righteous, something's wrong with you. And that's fine. I can live with that. So when we did the first seminar in April, and JB told me he was bringing Pope, and Red Velvet. I was like, what? Corporate Pop and Rock. I was like, man, this thing is going to go to the moon. I was like, this is going to go to the moon. So I said, this is what we're going to do. They told me what they were going to do in the seminar. They are going to introduce what pro wrestling is as a business. So I said, this is what we need to do. Introduce it as a business and show people the opportunities that exist within it. And the next seminar, we will do a training seminar where we will just introduce the finer points to that. So JB came back for the second seminar. And this time he brought MJ Jenkins with him for the second seminar. Right? And I'm being honest, I am impressed with her work ethic and her wrestling capabilities as a performer. She is
MJ Jenkins, you remember Marlon?
Yeah, I remember.
From Boca Black Box. Go ahead, we're listening to you.
Yeah, very good worker. Red Velvet, very good worker. Pope, I think you could put Pope to wrestle with a mop and Pope will make it an entertaining match. Right? That's the skill level that he has. As per usual, you know the business. Everyone is excited and want to start. But when they see the amount of work that is needed, everyone just starts to fizzle off, which I don't have a problem with. Better you fizzle off now than we go 3, 4, 5 years into it, and then I realized he was just latching on and he wasn't doing anything. And then I have to do everything for myself. So I was like, you know what? Maybe we're getting ready for the full shoot. The 3 of us pulled it off. JB, Miss Jillian Ferguson, and myself. The 3 of us pulled it off. Right?
But I'm gonna take.
That's what we need.
But the thing is, what's most important you do, because it's a thin line between, on the back end, is your back end is the back end. We know that. So, but at the end of the day, still by you having those seminars, explaining to them what's the mission, what's the goal, what we trying to do. You know what I'm saying? That's great within itself, because you go into these other independent companies, just come on, you get your money, get out, go help break down the rain, put up the rain. Instead of you guys, letting you know, hey, this is what we're doing, this is what we're going at, this is what we're trying to do, this is what we need. We're a family, let's try to, make this work. That's important, man, when you're doing that in the business. When I heard and listened to what you were saying, because I know me, I would want to know, but it's like I said, it's a thin line, because you can't know absolutely everything, but the most important stuff that you need to get you bought in, you guys provide it, and that's real big. So I just want to thank you for that, being that type of company to do that.
Yep.
Yeah, man. So, with Mark Henry now on board with the brand as the brand director, it will help us grow tremendously.
Definitely, yeah.
Internationally, because we had a show last weekend in Miami. We plan to take it to different parts of Texas, and it's really adding that Caribbean flavor and charisma to what pro wrestling is. And this is not a knock on WWE or AEW.
Hey, it's his own entity. Like I can dig it, man. I see it. All Caribbean. I see it. I see where you guys going.
Yeah. I want to do something that is specifically Caribbean oriented, right? So the music that is played at the venue.
Yeah, it's live, dude.
I told the DJ, I was like, no, I'm not. This is not. I love hip hop and I love R&B.
But it's all Caribbean.
Only it's Caribbean. So if you're doing anything,
there you go.
Caribbean.
That's the theme and that's the brand.
I want to hear soca. I want to hear calypso. I want to hear dancehall. Give me a little rah-rah from Haiti. I will give me jazz. Let it be Caribbean influence. When persons come and experience something and they experience it, they want to be part of it because they have never seen anything like this before.
And then it's good for the tourists coming from the Western civilization too, from South America coming in. They get that feel. It's like almost, I don't want to call it like a theme park, but it's real entertaining. The music, the culture, the food, because I know the food's gonna be that.
The food. Oh, they can't get enough of it. I remember the first I was having breakfast with MJ when she came down in May, and this is me personally. One of the things some of the workers would tell me is that you don't miss anything, meaning that I see everything.
Yeah, very observant. Gotta be.
As sometimes it may look like I'm not paying attention, but I'm seeing it. I may not say anything, but I'm
Yeah,
seeing
that's
it.
me. I may not speak on it, but I saw it and I heard you.
I saw it. I heard you. I saw it. I may not